Hey guys, so today is May 8th, Friday, and we're actually on our way to the CSA. So I'm so excited. This is the first CSA share for 2020. They're actually starting it early. We usually start around Memorial Weekend, but this year they're starting it early because I guess COVID-19, a lot of the restaurant contracts with the farms had to stop, so there's a lot of extra produce, and they've been trying to sell it more at the farmers markets and even opening up the farm as a market during the week, but they started our shares early, so yay for me and John. It's a really crappy day out there, and it should be interesting how they're handling the pickup. I'm not sure what to expect, but that's what's going on today. Yay! So look how beautiful the ride is to go to this farm. I mean, we can go on Saturdays to the farmers market, which is probably about 20 minutes away from our house, but I choose to
Cows on the left.
Cows on the left?
Right there.
There they are. But I choose to go to the farm itself on Fridays.
Cows on the right.
Every other Friday. And it's a 45-minute drive. But look how beautiful. Cows. Springtime. Rain. But it is a really gorgeous, gorgeous drive. Pretty. Oh, fortunately, it's a one-way road. But it is gorgeous. I believe there's like 400 acres here or something. Oh my goodness. John, a very bumpy road. So look at how they have all the beautiful vegetables laid out. There's some fennel. That's not part of my CSA though, but herbs and just lots of green for the spring. So we just came out of the CSA, and with social distancing, they're limiting the amount of people that can actually go in there. So for the first time, there's a line. Pretty interesting. And you go in one door and you actually have to come out the other. So things have definitely changed here on the farm.
Some people don't do it.
Some, yeah. And there's a few wearing masks, but not everyone. But all the workers are gloved and masked, and they handle the produce. So things are different. Hello, hello. CSA share number 1. I am so excited. I love CSAs. It's like Christmas. You don't know what you're going to get, and when you get it, well, you kind of know what you're going to get because they email you. But when you get it, it's like, ooh, all its beauty, all its glory. What am I going to do? You start, especially for those who love cooking, what do I do with this? What do I do with that? You start asking questions. You start Googling. You get to try things, and you find out, wow, I love this stuff, and you can't find it in supermarkets. So for those who do not know what a CSA is, CSA means community supported agriculture. So a local farm, with the help of shareholders, which would be yourself, myself, you buy a share of the harvest season. And in return, you get what they sow. And what they harvest. And you get to eat in season. You get to eat local, fresh. It's literally picked that morning or the day before. And so it's picked at its ripeness, so it's at its most nutrient dense form. You don't have to, worry that it's been on a truck for 3 weeks and ripened, in a store. And all these farms are organic. A lot of them practice organic practices, even if they may not be labeled organic because it's just very expensive. But you are getting produce at its peak, and it's absolutely delicious. I mean, you do not get the taste of the same stuff that you would buy in the stores. So, with that being said, this share, I got oyster mushrooms. They did have lion's mane, but I like the texture of the oyster mushrooms way better. But I do like lion's mane, but with the choice, I got the mushrooms, the oysters. Also, like you saw on, the clips that I did before, normally I grab everything, but because now they're filling your bag for you, you tell them what you want. I was actually pretty nice. They had probably 4 different kales, and because I have kale outside, I was like, nah, I'm not gonna get kale this time. And they had arugula, but I have a lot of arugula outside, so I didn't take that either. So I was being good. But yes, the oyster mushrooms, I love these things. And then the sprouts were, well, I think they had those crunchy beans again, but I got the clover sprouts. I do like the clover and I like the sunflower, but clover sprouts are really good because they're microgreens. And so it's the first form of the plant that pops up from the seed, and supposedly that has the amount of nutrients that an entire plant would have. So you're getting it in a very small form. So this is just chock full of nutrients. And then the herb was basil. They had other herbs, but I chose basil because I do not have that in my garden. See, and if I could pick my own, I would have gotten 2. And strawberries are in season. Delicious. So last year for one of the CSAs, me and Matthew made a strawberry tart, but I never filmed it. And the reason why I never filmed it was because I wasn't sure how it was going to come out. But being that it did come out good, now with these fresh strawberries, I want to film us making the strawberry tart. It's a Kelly Clinton? Is that his name? Kelly Clinton from the Chew? I forgot. I know Clinton something or Clinton Kelly. Anyway, I used to be able to find the recipe online, and now I can't find it online, but I had the printout from my aunt because she makes it. So I'll do that. And then they sampled. This was a sample. So they gave this to us, a sample, because they do partner with other vendors. And so sometimes last year we had gotten pasta, we had gotten bread, we had gotten honey. And so now the farm had partnered with a coffee company. So got a nice, oh, I can't hear it. There you go. Coffee beans. So we got a nice sample of that, which smells delicious. I don't drink a lot of coffee, especially caffeine. I only drink decaffeinated when I drink coffee, but I love the smell of coffee, so that's exciting. Spring turnips are back. I love spring turnips. These are also called Haruki turnips, and they're very tender. You don't have to peel them. You just, excuse me. I just matchstick them. I slice them up thinly and then cut them into little matchsticks, and I like throwing them in the salad. They're very mild in taste. And the turnip tops you can saute like spinach. What else? And then down here, the collards. So I became a fan of collards. I don't braise them. I like just sauteing them in my skillet with some oil, salt, pepper, and garlic. And then then you add nutritional yeast and you cook that down, and it's so delicious. So I love collards now. I became a fan. This was pretty interesting. So I thought these were just flowers. And she said, no, these are kale flowers. So this is the flowers that bolt up from a kale plant, which my kale plant outside has them. And she said, and they're edible. You can actually chop them up and add them to a salad, or you can roast them. They have a slight flowery scent, but isn't that awesome? So I said, let me take some because I think mine in the backyard only has like 3. So that was pretty interesting. And then this is the only other kale I took. They had, like I said, four different types of kale. So this, I think they called it frisky kale. So I thought that was cool. I remember it from last year. So I took the frisky kale. And I will also either eat that raw or eat it just like the collard greens, where I saute them with the oil, salt, pepper, garlic, and then add nutritional yeast. Then these are, I thought they were scallions, but these are baby leeks. So these are young leeks. I guess you treat them like a scallion. And like onions, you could cook them down or eat them raw. And then these are spring onions. Ooh, these are spring onions, and the tops you can also use as like scallions. Onion family. And then beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thick carrots. Awesome. I just like eating them like that. I like to cut them into strips and eat them with ranch dressing. If I had hummus, I'll eat it with hummus, which I should make some hummus. And then this one, this is radicchio. Now, I've never seen radicchio this big like this. Oops, but this is a big, if you can see it, big radicchio. And again, you can chop it up and put it in salad. You can grill it, and you can saute it, so you can cook it too. And then this one, I don't know what she called it. I don't remember the name. Next time I should film the things that they say. But this, she says, you eat it like spinach. Look how gorgeous. I mean, when you have a color like this, you know it's chock full of vitamins and minerals. Plenty of antioxidants in that rich color. And then this is a regular head of lettuce, like a green, what do you call it? Green curly lettuce. And I think that's it. So yeah, they had mustard greens. Oh, they didn't have the cabbage. The list said they were going to give us Napa cabbage and peas, but I did not see any. But lots of kale. I'm like, you know what? I don't need all that kale because I have a whole kale plant in the back. And I didn't need the arugula, so let other people take that. But yeah, this is CSA share number 1. I am so excited. So happy. So I hope you got some good ideas. I'll show you how I cook these along my meal processes. I hope I inspired you to look into your local CSA if there is any. Yeah, support our local farmers because they need us. And in turn, you get a bag full of health. So yes, that's it. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.